Nice little 20-footer right there.
And a 3-shot lead at -11.
Okay,
Chasing right
let's
behind
play
him,
round
Bill
3.
Hostler, the same hole, try to
Let me
match.
create a game so I don't lock anyone out. There's only, I think there's only 2 people left.
So he would remain
Black
at 8
Mountain.
under. We'll get a live preview from the course in less than 10 minutes. Spawn still with a 3-shot lead as we take a look, guys, at a scorecard. It doesn't get much better than that.
Middle.
Fairways, 5 and 5 greens.
Well, continuing to hit the ball well, like I said yesterday, 3 over through 5 and 2 under today through 5. So quite a switch, and as Billy said, that's what he had to do. Get off to that hot start. So far, so good for JJ. Well, I think he settled down yesterday. He understands what it's going to take to win. He's going to have to stay patient. They've used that word. They've overused that word, but that's exactly what he used to do.
To the LPGA Tour we go, and the Toto Japan Classic. Let's flash back first to last year's event. Shan Feng entered the day with a 3-shot lead. It made things interesting with a double bogey at the closing hole, but it was good enough for a 1-shot victory over Hannah Zhang for her 6th LPGA title at the time and her 2nd in as many weeks. Okay, so let's go to today, where Feng began the final round with a 2-shot lead.
Let me get ready to show some settings.
Starts us off for good reason.
Well, she's number 1 in greens regulation in the LPGA this year.
Foam ball.
And for good reason.
Thick turf.
Is it?
88 on the driver. And so on.
192, too. It's not like she's just throwing it in there with a wedge. She would finish solo 3rd at 15 under par. Now the lady of the hour, Shan Feng at 17. 20-footer for birdie.
I've seen this lady make so many putts from 20 feet and out. I mean, and she makes it look.
Oh.
That gives her 19 under.
Her nickname should be Ho Hum. For the par putt at 18 for the win. She didn't have to make that. In fact, she had 3 shots to give up. Winning back-to-back in Japan at 19 under and a 2-shot victory. This win becomes Feng's 8th LPGA crown and makes her the first player this season to successfully defend a title. It's also the first time in her really impressive career that she's won in wire-to-wire fashion. One of the players in prime position to pick up his first PGA Tour title today in Las Vegas isn't a newcomer to the attention. With contending. We'll take a closer look at Beau Hossler through the years. And A.J. McInerney has made quite a statement this week at TPC Summerlin, not just because it's his PGA Tour debut, but more importantly because he survived that horrific night when the Las Vegas shootings took place. You'll hear his heartfelt story later on Golf Central.
The European Tour has always been built on a foundation of iconic events. In 2017, these will combine to form the Rolex Series, featuring 8 tournaments across 8 prestigious venues.
Forgot to tape my putter. Played yesterday and forgot to tape it back.
It's a new challenge for the elite and a new chapter in the Tour's history.
Defeating Alzheimer's means saving memories. A new compute architecture from Hewlett Packard Enterprise analyzes genetic data 100 times faster, getting us closer to a cure. When everything computes, what's next is extraordinary.
Billy Goat Ruffians. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Long live effort. With a powerful Cummins turbo diesel engine, it's capable of carrying on great American traditions. During Ram Power Days, get a great deal on the trucks that are proven to last.
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style. For the moments that matter to you, Braun, designed for what matters.
When I approach a putt, I like to look at it from all angles, whether it's uphill, downhill, left to right, right to left. From then, I just focus on where I'm going to start it, how I'm going to roll it, and what speed it's going to make it into the hole. And I trust that I've looked at all angles and taken everything into account. On the golf course, this in 2012, the U.S. Open at Olympic Club.
Well, I was with Bo Hostler when he was out there, and in that final round, he ended up finishing tied for 29th, but started the day off tied for 8th. And there was a lot of chatter about this young man, the way that he played golf.
Incredible. He's 17 then. This is back in 2016, played for the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I remember watching this, and you never want to see this happen to any athlete or any player, just trying to fight through the pain. Just a terrible injury.
He would concede that Wednesday's final match. It's one of those that forever changed college golf. In fact, 2017 in the Winco Foods Portland Open.
Well, getting a win, I don't care on what tour it is, whether it be European, PGA Tour, Web.com, wherever it might be, winning never gets old.
You can see the scores as they stand right now, and Bo Hostler in very good position, especially if those wins kick up to get his very first PGA Tour title. So this young man has had quite a bit of success, and we've certainly seen him grow over the years as you all watch him, especially now where he is and competing in Las Vegas for that title. What really stands out about his game?
Well, his short games, obviously, and just the way he handled himself emotionally. It's really young. He's very young. It's very difficult, that situation. And he said he cannot get ahead of himself. But the thing he's going to fight now, he's a little bit behind as he try to push it a little bit. But as I saw, I read in his press release, he went to the University of Texas to learn to play in tough conditions. He grew up in Southern Cal, so I kind of grew up in a bubble. So I think that was very beneficial the first 3 days. But now you're trying to win. You try not to put so much pressure on yourself, Billy, and that's the difficult part.
Well, I think he's a calm
No
player.
way was that open night.
Calm on the outside,
No way.
maybe jumping on the inside, but the composure and the maturity that he has shown. Remember, just a few years ago, 5 years ago, 17-year-old U.S. Open, now that 22, but as we always say, or often say, he has an old head on his shoulders. And he's a very confident player. He's a very accomplished player. And I think he's going to continue. And I think he's going to push J.J. Spawn to the end.
It's moderate. It's not a lot. It's moderate.
You learn something, not only about yourself or how you handle yourself.
It's supposed to be moderate.
As all these players do.
Not acting moderate.
I think it's great to pick Texas because of the wins. I love the story of Adam Scott, who picked UNLV because he loved the booklet. He said it was really glossy and shiny. Worked out well for both of them. For more on Bo Hostler and the rest of the players contending for this title, we hand things over to our guys calling the action, Terry Gannon and Kurt Byram.
Lisa, thank you. The last time we saw you, last time we came to you from here, it was blowing 35 miles an hour. Right now it's about 5 miles an hour, maybe a little bit more than that. We do expect to feel some winds this afternoon, but what a difference a day makes, Kurt, not only with the conditions, but also the play, the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, it's a completely different day right now, especially for J.J. Spawn, who's off to a good start versus yesterday when he was 3 over after 5 holes, and it looked like the tournament was going to get out of control for him, but he held it together, played a really solid back nine yesterday, and looked way more comfortable. I think it carried into the day as well.
73 for Spawn yesterday, 66 for Bo Hostler, so very different days in those conditions, and Hostler was playing ahead of, in terms of the pairings, J.J. Spawn. Hostler, lengthy one here at 6. Hostler's having a really good week putting. Good stroke there at 6th hole. Had that bogey back at the 4th. Prior to this, Spawn from off the green. This is 3rd at the par 4. Straight uphill.
Higher way. Well, not his best there either. Probably a little afraid of going at that flagstick, coming up short and having it come back to his feet.
But the mindset coming into today, Patrick Cantlay, one of those who, is 4 or 5 under, now 6 under at this point. You look up and you say, hey, I'm in this thing if I can go out early and make some birdies.
Yeah, and I think, he's probably thinking that good stroke there. He has such a beautiful putting stroke. But I think that's what he's thinking. Take advantage of the scoring holes where I have wedges or short irons in my hand. Try to make some birdies and put some pressure on. You never know.
Because it is an entirely different day today. I mean, you come out, and we said that initially they expected 35-mile-an-hour winds today, but then that backed off. This is a lengthy par putt for Spawn.
They're still calling for 15 to 20 later in the afternoon, 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see if it gets there. Boy, good look here. Or a good stroke, I should say. Had it right on track. So,
Gonna drop a shot.
Yep. 2 birdies, now 1 bogey for Spawn early on.
He'd be upset if it rolled all the way back off. That's me.
So he will
Slope of the freaking
drop
greens.
back to 10 under.
Holy cow.
Out there playing that flag, not even moving here at 7.
one of those short par fours where you're going to have, wedge or a very short iron in there, and you'd like to take advantage of it. See if Hadley does. Yeah, pretty well done. He's going to have a great look from, 10, 11 feet?
And don't count him out, because that would be 3 in a row. Birdie at 5, birdie at 6. Started with a birdie and then dropped a shot at the second, so 2 under on his round today. Spawn drops back to 10 under. He's up by 2. We'll see in a little bit from Vegas. Lisa?
Forward to it, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, let's take you through some of those closing holes at TPC Summerlin. Jim, they mentioned the scoring opportunities.
Yeah,
out there.
this is the 15th, very drivable, 281 yards today, whole location on that front part of the green. But you've got to carry it all the way up there. If you hit into that steep bank, most of the shots come back. Earlier in the week, they had 11, 8, 4 guys had actually knocked it on the putting surface. Other than the par 5s, this is the next easiest hole on the golf course. See a lot of guys taking a shot at this one for sure.
In the very next hole they'll face, obviously, number 16.
Yeah, par 5, 537. It's got about 280 yards to a bunker on the left. This is one of the tougher fairways to hit just because it kind of narrows up. But the key here is that having the right yardage going for this green, and 2, it plays downhill maybe a little bit depending on what the wind does. This whole location today on that right side over the water, you've got to carry it all the way over there. But this is definitely a chance for making an eagle, possibly making a birdie. But it all depends on that second shot on whether guys really get this. Yesterday played into the wind, very tough yesterday.
Okay, let's get set up for the final 2 holes. We expect some excitement. Send it over to Mr. Kratzer.
Lisa, we have a couple of really good finishing holes, starting with the par 3 17th. Now, today it's going to play 185 yards. The wind direction is going to be the same as it was yesterday, directly behind the players. You do have a little bit of a bailout to the right. Anyone that is hit it over in that bunker, you have plenty of room to get the ball up and down. It plays about 7 yards down the hill, so players are going to be hitting 9-iron wedge, maybe the occasional 8. But as we take a closer look at the hole location, 16 paces on, 6 from the left-hand side. The key here is a ridge that runs in this direction. What the players want to achieve here is keep it short of this ridge, because everything will work this way. Anything over that ridge works in that direction. And if you hit it to the back of the green, that is a very difficult 2-putt. Now to the 18th hole. Today it's going to play 456 yards with the wind direction from the north and into the players with the tee shot. The second shot directly back into the wind. 39 paces on, 4 from that left-hand side. You have the obvious. You have the bunkers that you must stay away from. More importantly, you have to make sure that you have enough club to carry the hazard. There's a little bit of a ridge in this area right here that the players look at, that if they hit it up on top of that ridge, they're able to get in the flatter portion of the green. Anything short of that is going to go straight down to the water. So the players, with their second shot, you're going to see them err a little more to the right. But these are 2 really difficult finishing holes, Lisa.
Thank you, sir. One of the best stories of the week, Las Vegas native A.J. McInerney, who survived last month.
That's the same club a minute ago that did 10 degrees open. Now it shows 12.
It's currently even.
That's crap.
The tournament, you can see a couple over on 9. But I expect some more birdies from him. He has been under par every single round so far this week. For a full report on AJ's week, we go back to George.
Lisa, a great storyline we've been following all week. That's of the PGA Tour debut for the hometown, A.J. McInerney, who's had quite the gallery. He was calling it AJ's Army, about 100 friends and family, and just people who want to support a local Las Vegas kid in the Shriners Hospital for Children Open. The subplot, the fact that he has to fly to the second stage of Web.com Tour Ski School later today. He said the only way he's skipping that, if he gets a win, he's certainly going to have a magical final round for that to happen. Otherwise, he's trying to regain his status on the Web.com Tour. Lisa.
Thank you, George. He certainly has a lot of fans pulling for him. Still to come, AJ describes exactly what he saw and what he went through during last month's deadly Las Vegas shooting. It's a spine-chilling account you will only see right here on Golf Central.
The European Tour has always been built on a foundation of iconic events. In 2017, these will combine to form the Rolex Series, featuring 8 tournaments across 8 prestigious venues spanning the globe. It's a new challenge for the elite, and a new chapter in the tour's history.
Defeating Alzheimer's means saving memories. A new compute architecture from Hewlett Packard Enterprise analyzes genetic data 100 times faster, getting us closer to a cure. When everything computes, what's next is extraordinary.
Billy Goat Ruffians. Seen it? Covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Long live effort. With a powerful Cummins turbo diesel engine, it's capable of carrying on great American traditions. During Ram Power Days, get a great deal on the trucks that are proven to last.
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style. For the moments that matter to you, Braun, designed for what matters.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
American dream need not forever be deferred.
Richest, the most powerful country.
The Charles Schwab Cup Championship. Friday at 4 p.m.
Back infection and headache. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Ask your dermatologist about Otezla today. Otezla, show more of you.
If you missed the excitement early this morning, Justin Rose overcame a two-shot deficit in the Turkish Airlines Open for a second win in a row. Here's Rex Hoggard with a full recap from Turkey.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Even though Justin Rose looked very, very calm coming down the stretch to win his second consecutive title, he did concede after the round, but there was a moment on the 15th tee box when his caddy, Mark Poulter, had to pull him to the side and tell him to trust your experiences. Essentially, Poulter felt like he was getting a little anxious coming down the stretch, and he needed to tell him that you don't always have to do something special to win an event, and it certainly paid off. We also asked Justin after his round about his plans coming up. His schedule all along was to play last week in China, this week in Turkey, and skip next week's Race to Dubai event in South Africa before playing the finale in Dubai. Rose said he is tempted because he has moved to second on the Race to Dubai list, but he decided it's better to go and spend time with his family, work with his swing coach, Sean Foley, and prepare for the final in a few weeks in Dubai. Lisa, back to you.
Rex, thank you. Sometimes it makes sense to get some rest and get ready. Justin Rose won the men's gold medal in golf's return to the Summer Olympics in 2016, and today, President Donald Trump played the 2020 host golf course, Kasumigaseki Country Club in Tokyo. Trump teamed up alongside world number 4 Hideki Matsuyama and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Live final round coverage at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is just 20 minutes away. One player in the field is Las Vegas native AJ McInerney, who survived that horrible day in his hometown last month. You won't want to miss his story of survival. That's coming up.
Certain things will bring back that memory. It hits you at different times. I was on the range hitting balls the other day. A helicopter flew over. And just the sound of the propellers on the helicopter made I put my headphones in just because it kind of brings back that memory. It'll be with you forever.
The European Tour has always been built on a foundation of iconic events. 2017, these will combine to form the Rolex Series, featuring 8 tournaments across 8 prestigious venues spanning the globe. It's a new challenge for the elite and a new chapter in the tour's history.
To withstand a future mission to Mars, mankind needs the right technology. So Hewlett-Packard Enterprise built the most powerful supercomputer ever launched into space, getting us closer to our next giant leap. When everything computes, what's next is extraordinary.
The running of the bold dogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style.
Really?
For the moments that matter to you. Braun, designed
What
for
crap?
Long live effort. With a powerful Cummins turbo diesel engine, it's capable of carrying on great American traditions. During Ram Power Days, get a great deal on the trucks that are proven to last.
Having talent is one thing, but you have to do the work. I spend about 2 hours a day on my swing, another 2 on my short game, every day. Because hard work is the only way to improve your game. That's just what you have to do.
The Charles Schwab Cup Championship, Friday, 4 p.m. For a full product refund, get the right club for your game with the brand new GX7 X Metal. See the science behind the new GX7 by going to gx7golf.com. The LPGA Early Tour continues, where the spotlight shines on the best in women's golf, all looking to make waves at the Blue Bay LPGA, Tuesday at 11 p.m.
Las Vegas native AJ McInerney is playing his first PGA Tour event in the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open, but you wouldn't know it by looking at his performance. McInerney not only made the cut, the 2017 Web.com Tour member is currently tied for 42nd. On the night of October 1st, AJ McInerney found himself right in the middle of the worst mass shooting in United States history. With bullets spraying a country music festival in Las Vegas, McInerney led an escape that earned him a sponsor's invitation into the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. With 58 dead, 546 injured, and countless others scarred for life, AJ became an example for a saying now synonymous with the city, Vegas Street. Tim Rosafort has the story.
Certain things will bring back that memory. It hits you at different times. I was on the range hitting balls the other day, and a helicopter flew over. And just the sound of the propellers on the helicopter, I put my headphones in just because it kind of brings back that memory. It'll be with you forever.
For 24-year-old AJ McInerney, so much of his story can be told through his connection to Las Vegas. Raised in nearby Henderson, a suburb located 20 minutes from the Strip, McInerney was captain of the UNLV golf team, a Dean's List student, and aspiring tour player. How did growing up here shape who you are?
Being from Las Vegas is important. Hopefully when I am on the PGA Tour, I want to be known as that guy, that Las Vegas guy.
In August, McInerney completed his first season on the Web.com Tour, finishing 97th on the money list. That didn't qualify him for the Web.com Finals, which ended in Florida on the first weekend in October. But this was one of those weekends where being at home seemed like a better alternative.
I wish I was in Florida for the Web.com Tour Championship, but if there's anywhere else I could have been, it's Route 91 weekend in Vegas.
Route 91 was a country music festival held in Las Vegas, across the street from Mandalay Bay Hotel. McInerney attended the 3-day festival with a group of friends that included his girlfriend, Alyssa Martine, and her brother, Anthony.
Everybody was having a great time, smiling, laughing, just
Same
everybody
club.
enjoying country music.
Taking pictures, just having a great time, and then
15
Jason
open that
Aldean
time.
came on,
Same
and
club.
we were like so excited because that's like the one person that I wanted to see.
Something's
About
not
4
right on this
songs
club.
in,
It's
we
that same
heard,
club's been open 10, 12, 15.
And we thought they were fireworks. You know those pop rocks? It almost sounds like someone was throwing them like at your feet.
It was like that, but louder, and it sounded like it was right over our right shoulder. So we turned around, and Alyssa and I were dancing. When She Calls Me Baby was the song that was on by Alfie. And, sorry. And we turned around.
And then we saw Jason Aldean like drop his guitar and just went off stage. And that's like when it hit me like, okay, this is like not fireworks.
We turn back around, and we hear somebody. That's not firecrackers. Everybody get down. My guess is that it lasted about 40, 45 seconds of just straight shooting. I grabbed Alyssa and fell to the ground.
At that point, I was frightened, but it wasn't coming to me yet, like what was happening.
We didn't know where it was coming from. You automatically assume it's coming from inside the crowd. Somebody inside the crowd has a gun and they're shooting.
In the confusion, no one knew that the automatic gunfire was coming from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Many people had no place to run or hide.
It was almost like a white, smoky spark that would come up when it hit the ground. And it was hitting the ground left and right of us. We saw people getting shot. We saw a guy get shot in the head. It was just scary.
What's processing through your brain at this point in time?
It was, how are we going to get out? When he reloaded, we stood up, and I said, we have to go.
So we got up and we started running. And this whole time we just hear fire just nonstop. So we just kept running. We didn't even stop. Like, we didn't even look for cars. We just ran.
We ran across that road right there, got over on this side. We ran on the back side of these apartments, and we probably could have run to Utah.
The three of them made it to AJ's SUV in the parking lot of the MGM garage, a mile away. A dozen other people, some of whom they had just met, were crammed inside. They were all safe, finally. When did the adrenaline run off?
Oh, man. Probably Tuesday. Probably wasn't until 8 o'clock the following morning that we had everybody even accounted for.
58 lives were lost on the night of the shooting. McInerney carries with him the grief of being a survivor.
It brings a little bit of a guilty conscience feeling. Could have been you, but it's also just reminds me of how lucky and blessed I am that we made it out.
Those 58 people, they didn't get to say goodbye to their parents. They were going to a concert to have fun. They didn't think, I'm not going home, you know? It could have been any of us. We just got lucky.
For McInerney, the process of moving forward has been challenging, but he has found comfort in a familiar place, the golf course. How have you and how do you move forward after something like this?
It's certainly something that you'll never forget about. Everyone came together in a way that I can't even describe. It didn't matter what got in our way, what walls, fences, buildings, whatever we had to go through. It's made us stronger. And it'll be with me forever.
What an incredible story. We certainly appreciate AJ sharing all of that with us. And now we get to watch him perform this week in Las Vegas, and what a performance it's been for him in his PGA Tour debut. McIntyre just made an 8-footer for birdie at 10 to get back into red figures. He's currently tied for 35th. Speaking of Las Vegas, we're going to take you out there in less than 10 minutes. Live final round coverage is coming up. We're back with our final thoughts after this break.
The European Tour has always been built on a foundation of iconic events. In 2017, these were combined to form the Rolex Series, featuring 8 tournaments across 8 prestigious venues, spanning the globe. It's a new challenge for the elite, and a new chapter in the Tour's history.
Defeating Alzheimer's means saving memories. A new compute architecture from Hewlett Packard Enterprise analyzes genetic data 100 times faster, getting us closer to a cure. When everything computes, what's next is extraordinary.
Where's Gary?
Saved money on motorcycle insurance with Geico. Going up the country.
Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
Long-lived effort. With a powerful Cummins turbo diesel engine, it's capable of carrying on great American traditions. During Ram Power Days, get a great deal on the trucks that are proven to last.
Only Jelly Belly could pack carbs, electrolytes, and vitamins into a super tasty jelly bean. It's performance and taste working together. Now that's one awesome feed. Jelly Belly Sport Feeds. Quick energy to fuel your sports performance. Now available in strawberry banana smoothie.
There's a sweet spot. Hit that spot right, and you get distance, power, accuracy. That's inside. That's why we practice as much as we do.
Football on NBC. This week, the NFC West Showdown. The Birds team. Seahawks, Cardinals on NBC and NFL Network. Charles Schwab Cup Championship. Friday at 4 p.m.
Lisa Cornwell, Jim Gallagher Jr., and Billy Kratzer updating you on the leaders in Las Vegas, starting with the outright leader guys, J.J. Spaun.
Yeah, this was one of his better efforts down below the hole. Made a couple birdies early, but it's a 40 feet to the pin, makes bogey.
Now fall to 10 under, but still holding a 2-shot lead at that time. Spaun now his approach into 7.
Well, his ball striking's been really good, Lisa, but this from 132 yards, greens are firm.
Houston navigating the wind. There wasn't any wind there. Now it's served from just off the back.
Well, it had to do this much coming into the today. Only missed 6 greens, or excuse me, 8 greens. So
it's pretty salty though. He's making par from there. Bo Hostler, 2 hole for birdie.
Yeah, and another good look, another good opportunity. Just slides by on the low side for Hostler.
See how things stand. The wind's still relatively calm, and they're predicting 15 to possibly 20, but we haven't seen that thus far. J.J. Spaun with that 2-shot lead. Those guys at the top have yet to make the turn. Who's your favorite? Easiest question I'll ask all day.
Well, the last 10 winners have been the 54-hole leaders, so that's a tough call. But Spaun can get back to hitting some shots. He's in pretty good shape, but as Billy said, Hadley's making a move, and that's a tough guy to beat. Yeah, especially the way he's playing.
You just want to see the snap.
Yeah,
that's all you want. You like the excitement. Pretty good.
Yeah, I want to go with Hadley. He's already got the momentum. He's already gained momentum. So carry it forward. These other guys, they have to get the momentum.
What about the conditions?
Well, if it stays like this, that's the thing. I think the guys who are out there leading were hoping for tough conditions, so no one from behind couldn't make the move that they have. So if it stays like this, you've got to make some birdies, and still probably 12 is probably a good number.
Birdie fest. No wind, it becomes a birdie fest.
Greens are still firm. We'll see.
You want one more snap as we send it out to Las Vegas? We'll be doing that if Chesson Hadley wins. That's all for us. We'll see you back here tonight. Enjoy final round coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open.
Looks like Las Vegas actually feels like Las Vegas finally. The wind is down for the moment on this final day here at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Man making a run right now, Chesson Hadley, currently in second place all by himself at 8 under. This on the tee at the 8th, which plays 248 yards today. That's it, the par 3.
It does play a little downhill, and this green has been firm. So something in the middle of the green, just like that, is not that bad from that distance.
Working on 3 straight birdies, 5, 6, 7. Hadley, he's got it to 8 under, so just a couple off the lead. And Beau Hossler there once again, 1 over on his round today. Spawn Hossler trying to win for the first time here in Vegas. Straight ahead.
The European Tour has always been built on a foundation of iconic events. In 2017,
No way. No way.
Rolex series, featuring 8 tournaments across 8 prestigious venues, spanning the globe. It's a new challenge for the elite and a new chapter in the Tour's history.
Defeating Alzheimer's means saving memories. A new compute architecture from Hewlett Packard Enterprise analyzes genetic data 100 times faster, getting us closer to a cure. When everything computes, what's next is extraordinary.
Where's Garrett?
Save money on motorcycle insurance with Geico. Going up the country.
Geico Motorcycles. Great rates for great rides.
Long live Everest. With a powerful Cummins turbo diesel engine, it's capable of carrying on great American traditions. During Ram Power Days, get a great deal on the trucks that are proven to last.
Only Jelly Belly can pack carbs, electrolytes, and vitamins into a super tasty jelly. It's performance and taste working together. Now that's one awesome feed. Jelly Belly Sport Feeds. Quick energy to fuel your sports performance. Now available in strawberry banana smoothie.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
The American dream needs forever be deferred.
Richest, the most powerful country.
Or so from the Strip here in Las Vegas. Blue sky, sunshine, the wind down for the moment. Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Terry Gannon along with Kurt Byron. Chesson Hadley making a move today. 3 straight birdies. This from about 60 feet away for birdie at the 8th. Kurt?
This is one of those holes, though, where you're really looking to just make your 3 and move on to the 9th tee. And that's one of the reasons right there that he's in great shape. His speed is dialed in right now.
I've got 4 birdies and a bogey so far in the outward 9. Bryson DeChambeau also making a move. He is at the 10th, having made the turn, going up 31, 4 under. Chance to go right at it with a sand wedge on this
It's in
second
the white
shot.
rough. I can't even do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So DeChambeau in the mix at 7 under, just 3 off the lead. So much movement so far. J.J. Spawn at 1 under, up by 2 for Chesson Hadley and Beau Hossler. Golf Channel, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents Season Ball Race for the FedEx Cup. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's final round coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Always happening here in Vegas. This week it's about sports, but this trip as well. It's just about 15 minutes or so away from Summerlin, this community of 100,000. Special week for the Shriners International. More than 300 volunteers out here helping on the land that Howard Hughes acquired and named after his grandmother. This event players trying to get a win for the first time. Kurt and I watching from the booth, along with Matt Gogol, Bill Blackmar, and Karen Stupples on the golf course. George Savaricas standing by to talk to some of the players. So we take you out to the play at the 8th in that final group. So Hostler, Vaughn, and this man, Tony Finau, and Phil Blackmar out there watching with very little wind right now, Phil. Some audio issues at the moment, but you look at that flag, Kurt, we didn't see this yesterday. Yeah. It was really whipping, and we expected to pick up this afternoon.
What little wind there is right now is pretty much an opposite wind, 180-degree difference from yesterday. Yesterday, this was downwind. Again, anything on the middle of the green here is pretty darn good. If you get lucky and it feeds into that back right, even better. Okay, Finau easiest up and down. Career best 19th in the FedEx Cup race last season. Hadley down the tee at 9 with a driver. Karen stops following this group. Needing a kick to the left. So that's okay. Easiest hole all week. The 9th. Have had 7 eagles here in the first 3 days. No eagles today. Back to Hostler now, getting set. The ribbons, of course, remembrance of those who lost their lives October 1st at the Strip, and those still who are injured, trying to get better. Hostler yesterday said after his round, I really enjoy putting myself in positions where I'll be nervous and be tested. Certainly that's the case today. It was an amazing round of golf yesterday. He was bogey and he shot the lowest round of the day in that wind. The wind that these guys dealt with. One over on the round today, that bogey back at the 4th. That ball turning over, it stays on the green. Came in a little hot with that draw. A similar position, back left. So on the approach up to the 10th, there's the putting style from DeChambeau. Just outside left edge, can move to the right pretty good. Yeah, with some authority there. That's a very confident stroke. He's got to go in the right direction. Got 5 birdies, no bogeys on the card. Yeah. And within 2, sharing second place. Bouncing his step back to the 8th. J.J. Spawn, the 27-year-old, originally from the L.A. area. Try to play a high cut in there. And that's a really good shot. Tough to get it in the back right for 248 yards, even though it does play a little downhill. Good shot. Only one on the surface there, so it's Spawn at 1 under today. But look at DeChambeau, 5 under today. Alex Cheka also 5 under and 6 under overall.
Shriners Hospitals for Children started as a single hospital in 1922. 95 years later, we have cared for more than 1.3 million children around the world at our 22 locations, regardless of their ability to pay. Our commitment to providing the best care possible has brought hope and healing to children and families. Join us in celebrating this milestone. From us to you.
Frustrating. Hit it just fine. Just fine. Finally.
The European Tour has always been built on a foundation of iconic events. In 2017, these will combine to form the Rolex Series, featuring 8 tournaments across 8 prestigious venues spanning the globe. It's a new challenge for the elite and a new chapter in the Tour's history. makes our irons number one? Breakthrough performance. And it's only from Callaway. The number one
This is
iron.
par 5, I believe. Getting the eagle, at least get the even.
Alzheimer's means saving memories.
Maybe Mizuno won't shoot so great,
Hewlett Packard
but I doubt it.
analyzes genetic data.
He's usually
100
stroking
times
pretty
faster,
well.
getting us closer to a cure. When everything computes, what's next is extraordinary.
Let's go.
Because Grandma has always dreamed of going to Belize. Behind every story is the reason for transparency.
Today's coverage is brought to you by, in 22 locations, Shriners Hospitals for Children is changing lives. And by FedEx, helping small business simplify e-commerce.
No, Hostler's second at the 8th. Pretty quick coming down the hill here. He's got to be careful with the speed or get away from him. Lie is good.
Yeah, nice. Kind of pitched it over a little ridge right there, landed it softly. Well done.
Jump to the 17th, and we'll find Patton Kazire playing the 185-yard par 3. Difficult hole, was really tough yesterday, playing straight downwind. Kazire on a roll, 6 under on his round.
Coming off 3 birdies in a row, Matt. Let's see how interesting. Yeah, how aggressive he is. Pretty darn good with that.
Running out of holes, Kurt, but yeah, great.